Street Fighter will always be one of the staple 2D combat games that people will admire and mimic, regardless of age and gaming opinion. Because of this, many games attempt to recreate or copy the glory of the Street Fighter in their own style, some doing a decent job of it too. In the case of Yatagarasu Attack on Cataclysm, created by Yatagarasu dev team and published by New Media, you might have to consider it the brother from another mother. First and foremost, Attack on Cataclysm is defaulted to having all settings in Japanese. So right off the bat, things are confusing and impossible to play until you find the settings to change it over. Much like the prank your friends might play on you to set your phone to another language while you aren't looking. Not that I've ever had that happen. Once the settings are made right, then you can get a feel for the combat and story. The story and feel of the game is much like Street Fighter, where a short dialogue starts and ends every match, and it's either the characters bashing each other or a comment about the plot. As you progress up the tree and battle harder and harder characters, you also get the feeling that you've seen this before. This is where it sets in that it is Street Fighter, especially when one of the characters screams Hadouken! With the same style of graphics, moves, sounds, and over-the-top shouts, to the extent that you could have seen this in the same arcade as Street Fighter. There are several elements, however, that make the UI feel slapped together, and the game itself a port or a copy. First, there is the multiplayer aspect of the game, with a pre-launch screen where you must control port forwarding, locations, tweets, and other settings to allow the game to communicate to the outside world. This makes the online multiplayer feature of the game limited to your knowledge of your ports and how much you want to give access to the interwebs. Then there are the comments and assists of the coach, which are headshots of real people, giving very general, encouraging remarks in the middle of the battle, such as meaty hit. So while Yatagarasu Attack on Cataclysm is enjoyable, it lacks any major element over the classic Street Fighter to bring it to a top 10 list. It isn't a bad game by any means, and could be entertaining as tournaments go, which seems to be the main point of the UI. Thanks for leaving us a like here at Indie Game, and as always, be indie, be free.